growing up, I always wanted to deal with money. I wanted to, become successful, financially free, all of that stuff. And, when I came to Canada many years ago, my mom said, go to school, get a good education, you'll get a good job. I did all of that. But, after all that, I still didn't get to the financial freedom that I wanted. Actually, I realized the corporate ladder that I was climbing was really against the wrong wall. And I decided to start looking at other ways, other means of being able to create that financial freedom, which led me to this whole industry, of, relationship marketing, being able to build teams, being able to find other ways of creating that financial freedom. And this information I'm going to share with you tonight, Novatech, allowed me in the 90 days that I've been involved, almost 120 days now, to actually find a path that I really believe can help myself and a lot of folks that, that's going to be on calls like this in the future to become financially free. So, let's get into the information, okay? Right here on my screen, it says, your future is created by what you do today, folks, and understand that, today is really the only day that we have. We don't have tomorrow. Very difficult to say you're going to do this tomorrow with certainty because no one knows what tomorrow holds, right? All we can really do is act now because tomorrow, we don't live in tomorrow, we live in today. So we have to make decisions based on today, okay? So being that we're going to talk about money, right? Would it make sense to look at some of the folks who are very successful and look at how they're being able to generate that success financially? One of the key guys in that marketplace is Mr. Robert Kiyosaki. He wrote this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant. If you guys haven't read that book, especially Rich Dad, Poor Dad, very important. Well, it should be one of your first reads. But what he said in a summation of the book, he says there are 4 quadrants. On the left side, people are either an employee or self-employed. And on that side, there's only, 5% of the money, but yet there's 95% of the people over there, right? So if you really want to be successful, wouldn't it make sense to be where, the wealthy people are? And folks, they're on the right side as business owner and as investors. Because when you work for someone else or you work for yourself, right, you're trading hours for dollars. Where you want to be is over on the right side as a business owner where you have a system or people working for you. But folks, the best place to be is as an investor. And that's truly, the holy grail of financial success, right? And that's where money is really working for you. One of the wealthiest men around, Mr. Warren Buffett, folks, this guy invests a ton of money into dividend paying stocks. And every day he's got, millions of dollars literally coming into his investment from those, from those dividend paying stocks. And that's money working for him right there. Okay, but it all goes back to what we want out of life. And it's very important because until you understand exactly what it is you want, it's going to be very difficult to actually achieve it, folks. For me, I want financial freedom. What does financial freedom mean for me? It means to have money and time, not just money, because a lot of people have money and they don't have time. And a lot of people also have time, but they don't have money. What you want is a combination of both so you can live your life on your terms. Some people may want to be able to purchase a home. Some people want to travel, right? Some people want the luxuries of life. Whatever your reason is for being on this call, folks, you're going to be able to see a way where you can actually accomplish that. But because we're going to be talking about financial services and making money, making lots of it, let me just read this disclaimer, okay? Because it's very, very important, right? And regardless of which bank or financial institution you go to, they're going to have some disclaimers that actually tells you how they're going to, conduct, the conversation and some of the things that they can say and can't say, okay? And here it goes. The use of this information I'm going to share with you tonight is based on your own due diligence, and you agree that the company is not responsible or liable for your failure or success, right, as it relates to the purchase or use of any information we're going to share tonight. All information contained herein is you have to independently verify it for yourself. We do not accept any liability or any loss or damage whatsoever caused in reliance based on such information, right? Understand that Forex trading and crypto trading is very risky, right? You shouldn't be investing with money that you cannot afford to lose. And also you should be 18 years of age or older, okay? Now let's get that out of the way. So I'm gonna talk to you tonight about Novatech, Novatech FX. So who are they, right? They are actually a subsidiary of NovaPay LLC. Okay. And folks, this company boasts some of the top leading professionals worldwide. Okay. They have several different platforms. Okay, the executive staff, they have over 40 years of combined experience in blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, forex trading, professional network marketing, leadership, and team building. They have software and project management, computer and network engineering experience, along with finance and education. What does that mean? It means that they know exactly what they do and they know how to do it. It means that they've done it before, right? And they can help people who have not done it do it. That's basically what it means. So who are the folks behind Novatech FX? Okay, there's Reverend Cynthia Pettion. She's our CEO. Folks, this lady is very dynamic. She's got tons of experience. Okay, we've got Mr. Eddie Pettion, who's the COO. Okay, he's the operations guy, and we got Mr. Ricardo Roy. He's the Chief Technology Officer. These guys, they came together about 3 years ago and put this company together. See, they've had success in other companies, but what they wanted to do was create a platform where the average person now can actually participate in two of the largest financial institutions out there. Okay, and we're going to get into that. So, folks, they know what they're doing. Okay, they are also a registered MetaTrader broker. What does that mean? It means that you can actually invest your money with them as a broker, as a brokerage firm, kind of like a Merrill Lynch or whatever, for on the investment side, right? And you can use them as a broker to actually you yourself go out and trade forex or crypto, okay? And they have got to go through a lot of rigorous requirements just to be able to do that, okay? What they offer cryptocurrency and forex trading, right? They've got a MT5 platform. They've got what's called a PAM account. They've got a cryptocurrency payment gateway. And they also offer us an exclusive affiliate marketing program, which we will go into a little bit, okay? So let's talk about, the live trading market, okay? And some people may know what trading is, forex trading or crypto trading, but if you don't, let's talk about that a little bit, okay? Let's talk about, first and foremost, forex trading. If you don't know what forex is, all forex means, folks, it's foreign exchange. So if you're living in Canada, right, and you want to go to the US, you're probably going to go to the bank and say, hey, let me buy some US dollars. Okay. Now, the banks, they trade Forex, right, every day at their higher levels because they've got to make sure they have that US dollar to sell you. If you're going to go to Japan, you're going to probably want to buy some yen, right? They want to make sure that they have that yen for you to exchange your US dollars or your Canadian dollars for that. You'll always hear on the news that the Canadian dollar is trading this much against the US dollar. Folks, that's foreign currency trading. But guess what? The average person, for the most part, don't know a lot about that market because primarily that marketplace was primarily for the wealthy, folks who've got a lot of money, okay? And it's also, there's a lot of risk involved, okay? So that's a forex marketplace. Second thing, that marketplace is very liquid, folks. There's over $6.6 trillion that's traded in that marketplace every single day. So can you imagine if you got 100,000, you can get in and out very quickly. That's all that means, liquidity. It's traded 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, okay? Now, the crypto space, folks, listen, I'm sure everyone's heard about Bitcoin, okay? Over the last, 20, maybe 15, 20 years or so, listen, Bitcoin has been one of those things that you hear about and you keep hearing more about, you hear more about, and all you know is that, it's like $40,000 or $50,000 a coin, and you're thinking to yourself, how am I going to get involved, right? We're going to talk a little bit about that tonight also. Understand this, the crypto market, folks, it's at its highest peak, right? Most recently, it's $2.3 trillion, folks. That's huge right there, okay? The marketplace trades over 12,000 coins, what we call different pairs, okay? And that's huge. And it's also a very, very liquid market. It means you can get in and out, right? Trades 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay, so those two markets that Novatech FX is involved in, folks, these are two of the largest markets out there. Just to give you like a comparison, the Toronto Stock Exchange, I think, the crypto market trades more volume than the Toronto Stock Exchange. I mean, imagine that. And most people will tell you that the crypto market is still at its infancy. So why am I going through all of this? Because these two markets is where the wealthy people of this next generation is actually going to come from. So would it not make sense that you want to capitalize on those two marketplaces? Because the banks have been doing it for a very long time. Countries have been playing in those marketplaces for a very long time. Okay, large companies in those markets for a very long time. How about you and I, the average individual now, being able to capitalize on these two markets? And that's what Novatech is all about. That's what they're doing now in giving you this opportunity. Okay, so you as an individual, though, you can decide, you know what, I want to go learn crypto on Forex trading on my own. And I would say to you, good luck, because I tried it. Okay, because there's a lot of learning involved, just like any skill that you're going to acquire. There's a lot of time involved. And anytime you're going to use your own money to be able to trade and learn, folks, you're going to take some losses. Okay, and that's okay, because sometimes you have to pay to learn. But Novatech has given us an alternative to that with this new PAM account, which is called a percentage allocation management model. Okay, and it's just a simple terminology that means that they take in your money in the form of a hedge fund, right? And they invest it on your behalf, and then they pay you out a return. Okay. If anyone's familiar with a mutual fund, it works very same way. You know, when you go to the bank and you say, hey, I want to invest in a mutual fund, you'll go and you'll give them your money. The fund manager takes that money along with other people's money. And guess what? They invest it in the stock market. They value the fund every day, and they pay out the return or the loss to all the unit holders, right? But they know that over time, there's going to be more of a gain. Novatech is doing the very same thing, except rather than investing in the stock market, they're actually investing in the crypto and the Forex market, where they're trading that for you, right? So who do they use to trade? See, Novatech, they went out and they get some very proficient traders, okay? Some of them are traders themselves, but they get the best of the best, right, to actually go out and trade for us and give us a return. It's very simple. It's called the PAM account. And the PAM account is not new. There are other companies that have PAM accounts like this, right? Here's some of the highlights, right? They got an MT5 platform, as I mentioned, where you can actually learn the stuff, but they trade on that platform. You don't have to have an experience. If you're going to go trade crypto yourself or Forex, you're going to need some experience, right? But with the PAM account, no experience needed. The whole process is fully automated. Folks, let me share this with you just real quickly here, right? Times is changing so much. They have these this terminology now, which are called AI technology, Autobots, where computers can actually read the marketplace, and they can make decisions very quickly to get into a trade and get out of a trade very quickly, much faster than a human could do it ourselves. And they could take the data and they could read the data and almost predict what's going to happen, right? So Novatech uses that technology also, but all of that technology is still supervised by a human, okay? So the process is fully automated, and they have an online support portal where, you can get your questions answered. You can get in and out, you can invest your money, you can cancel, you can get in and out very, very easily. So those are some of the program highlights, okay? So as I mentioned, they offer the live trading experience, because what they actually do, right, is allow you to track your progress, because every single week when they pay out the performance, right, they actually show you what's going on. As an example here, this is what the MetaTrader would look like on your phone, or even a computer, even a tablet, right? You can see them going into trades. Sometimes they're using margin, but this is what the app looks like. If you actually ever wanted to go and learn how to trade yourself, you can do it right from your phone, okay? But take a look at this here. So Novatech, in the trading that they do, right? As I mentioned, the crypto has got over 12,000 different coins, but on the Forex side, they have many different pairs, like the Canadian dollar would trade against the US, right? Or US against the Japanese yen, or the British pound against the Canadian dollar. So they trade those. And when you look at this middle one here, right? They did over 24,000 different trades with 16 coins over a monthly period. Imagine getting in and out of coins so quickly. Sometimes what they do, folks, is actually do what's called scalp trading. They'll go into the market very quickly. Okay, they'll get some profits based on what their chart is telling them is going to grow, is going to happen, and they will do that. And once they do that, right, they'll make some profits and they'll come back out of the market real quickly. Some positions they'll go and they'll hold it for a long term, right, until they realize a profit. But that's what they do over here with Novatech. And we can benefit from that trading without having any experience. Okay, so we're different in that, no expiration. There are PAM accounts where you're kind of limited, right, on actually what you can do, right? They'll tell you, hey, you can only stay within the program this long. You have limited access to your capital, right? They'll give you some earnings cap. Once you max out at this amount, right, you have to go to a different program, right?
Hello?
Over here, maybe I can hear you.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll just meet you. So over here, we don't have to worry about withdrawal limits. So if you put your money in, you can get it back out. You can come into the program with literally anywhere you are financially, right? And that's one of the key things that Novatech did. They gave us some packages anywhere from $99 all the way over to millions, folks. So someone wanted to come in with, this $99 package, and it goes from 99 to 499. They could, okay? That's somewhere someone could start there. Someone wanted to come in at 500 to 2499, they could, or 2500 to 4999. They could come in at 5,000 to 9,999, or 10,000 to 24,999. Folks, these are all packages, and there are a couple of others. Just understand this. Novatech charges a $25 fee monthly to be able to manage your account. Let me put that in perspective. I used to work for Merrill Lynch back in the day, and I'll tell you something. If you wanted to create an investment account to be able to have them, invest or get advice, listen, it was going to cost you more than $25 a month, I promise you. Okay, and they have, management fees, all sorts of fees. So this $25, and listen, this program that I'm talking to you about here, Novatech, it's really for the average person. And I love it because it gives, everyone a chance to be able to, capitalize on this market, right, without having big fees, okay? We have two other packages. There's this one, which is 25,000 to 99,999, okay? And there's some great benefits. They give you an additional 1% back in the rewards. They waive that $25, right, as a part of this this VIP package. And then we have this President's Club package, which starts at $100,000, okay? 2.5% cashback rewards. They give you a gift card for $1,000 and no monthly fees. So I'll tell people, come anywhere you fit in. Come anywhere your dreams tell you that, I want to be able to earn this type of money. Come anywhere your bank account is right now, knowing that you can always top up, right? Start where you are, right? Let me just say this real quickly. And I'm going to read another disclaimer here, because what I'm going to show you now is kind of what I put together based on my experience with Novatech, right? It's a disclaimer. It says, please remember that past performance, right, is no indication of future results, okay? Different type of investments involve varying different degrees of risk, right? And we can't guarantee you anything in a nutshell. But this is what we've seen in 2021. January, 15%. This is for the month now, right? February, 13%. March, 18, 17, 13, 14, 14, 13, 16, 14, 12, and 14%. Folks, listen to me carefully. You don't get these type of returns in a bank, okay? You don't get these type of return in a bank. So most times you have a saving account in a bank, forget checking because they don't pay you anything. Saving account does not pay you even 1%. As a matter of fact, we're looking at most time 0.05%. So why would you keep your money with the bank, folks? All they do is take that money and go invest it and trade it and make money on it and then pay you nothing. As a matter of fact, when you factor inflation in, which is running anywhere from 4 to 7%, you're actually behind the 8 ball. Over here with Novatech, this is what's happened over the last 12 months. Can't guarantee it's going to happen next month or this year, but this is what's happened for this last 12 months. So let me give you some idea as to what your investment could actually generate. And again, this is not Novatech. This is a report that I put together using very conservatively 3 to 5% per week. So if you were to start with $500, okay, 3.5% per week, for 12 months. Now we're going to take out that $25 at the end of the month. And that, again, another great thing, because if you come in with 500, let's say, right, they allow you to grow that $500 for 4 weeks. At the end of the 4th week, that's when they'll take the $25. So you can actually make some money and then pay the fee. But anyhow, $500 over a 12-month period of time, folks, is going to turn into somewhere around $2,200. Okay, quadruple times your money. And all you've got to do, right, this is not rocket science. All you've got to do is really just get a calculator. Go to Google and search for a compound calculator, put the numbers in, and it'll spit out the same info. Okay, because this is not rocket science. Just like they always tell you, if you go to any financial services firm, they'll tell you, the sooner you can start investing, and even if you start with a small amount and you give it a long enough time horizon, they call it, right, over time, and you invest regularly, you'll see your money grow exponentially. This is what we're talking about here, exponential growth, because you're always reinvesting. By the way, you do not have to reinvest your profits, your ROI. If you choose, you can take it out if you want, okay? But anyhow, $500, we're talking about $2,200.
100 weeks.
If someone were to put in, let's say, $25,000, okay, so 2,500, let's go there first, right? We can expect about $14,000, right? We're talking 3.5%, 12 months, $25 comes out at the end of each month. This money is compounded weekly, about $14,000, okay? I'm sure that could change some people's lives right there. Okay, what about 10,000, 3.5%, 12 months, $25 coming out at the end of the month. Folks, we're talking about $60,000. So if you're looking to buy a house, right, that's a pretty good down payment to start right there. Well, depending on where you live, Toronto is so expensive. $60,000 is just your first check to the builder. But anyhow, at least you could come up with a first check, right? Folks, this Novatech, opportunity here, it's great because depending on what you're trying to accomplish, you can do it right here, right? This $25,000 package, which is a VIP, folks, listen now, and this is just crazy because $25,000 invested over 12 months, 3.5%, right? Compounded weekly, okay? No $25 fee because they waive it over here. Folks, imagine after 12 months getting about $150,000. Okay, folks, listen, there are people that's doing this with Novatech right now as we speak. Okay, so this is what's possible. Again, disclaimer, we can't guarantee any of this stuff. Because why? Because we don't know what their trading experience is going to be from day to day. Because they have some winning days, they have some losing days. But at the end of the week, right, what we've seen so far in 2021, they've gotten at least a 12% return every single month. It's just that simple, okay? So I'll say this, depending on what you want to accomplish with Novatech, you've got to change your thinking a little bit because if you start with $100, right, it's going to be very difficult initially to actually get it to where you want to be. Although you can start with 500, same thing. I've seen people come in and they start at 5 and they upgrade, they add some money this week, add some money that week, they do some different things. And now their PAM account's like $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. Okay, folks, the main thing that I want you to understand here is that we have an opportunity, right, that was given to us by Novatech FX. This company is documented. They know what they're doing. They've been doing it for almost 3 years now. We got good people behind the team. And secondly, this compensation plan, it was created properly. Let me make this point. If everybody was to start putting money in Novatech today, the company could still pay out a return. And that's very important because they are not taking the money that people put into the program and using it to pay other folks. No, every penny that's brought into the company, right, that's used to trade so that they can create a return so that they can pay it out to the unit holders, which means that, if this week, like 2 weeks ago, the return was 2.1% because they didn't have a great week trading. But the following week, they had a great week and it was over 4%, right? So folks, listen, they're probably so far, they haven't had negative week where, well, let me put it this way. If they didn't make any money for any particular week, they would just not pay out anything, which would be fine too. right? But as they trade and they're profitable, they pay that profit back out to you outside of running the company. So if you want to earn big, you've got to think about where you're going to start, what package you're going to start at. But folks, all of this stuff goes back to, what are you trying to accomplish? What's your why? And I'm going to encourage everyone to think about, why are you doing, why do you do everything you do? It has to be a reason. If there isn't a reason, is it worth even doing it? Okay. And I'm going to say, get started. The help, the support, the training, everything is there. This company, they've got a back office. The back office is amazing where you can see everything that's going on with your account. Folks, you can literally put money into your PAM account every day if you choose. Okay, you put money into your account with Bitcoin, you take it out with Bitcoin. Very simple, right? While it's sitting in your account, it's sitting in cash, but everything is there. Okay, so what I'm going to say for you is to open up your free account, because you can actually get the link of the person who brought you on this call, and you can create an account for yourself. You can see the back office, and once you do that, then you can make a decision. Hey, this is how much I want to put into my account. Okay, and we'll figure out the logistics, which is very simple. You're going to buy some Bitcoin, depending on the package you choose. You're going to send it over to Novatech, and within a couple of minutes, that money is going to show in your trading account. Okay, and it's going to stay there. You're going to see $1,000 in there, and every Friday, right? Every Friday morning by 5, 6 o'clock when I get up, right? The first thing I do, well, not the first thing really, but I love to grab my computer, sign into my account, and I see what my return was for that week. And as soon as I look at it and see what it is, guess what I do? I go and I reinvest it, because next week payout, right? I want that additional ROI that I get, right, to actually be compounded next week so that it can grow exponentially. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here, and I'm just gonna ask a couple of people that's been with us for a little while to actually just share, kind of where they came in, and where they're at with Novatech, what their experience has been for a little bit. So I know, well, Mabel was out on the road, but I'm gonna just ask. Let me ask Hibiscus. I think this is Leah. Leah, if you're there and you're hearing me and you're in a spot where you can talk for a little bit, just maybe share with a couple of folks on the call, why you got started with Novatech and kind of what you're looking to get accomplished with them. If you can just unmute yourself and just share with everyone.
Hello, Takashi. Yes, you'll hear my kid in the background, so.
That's okay, that's okay. We're all living, man. That's okay. Go ahead.
Honestly, my why is basically becoming financially free. So basically paying off all my debts. And hopefully I can pull that off by the end of the year. When I heard of the company, I was a bit skeptical. I am like, okay, just like, every other company out there, what's in it for me, and is it legit? That was the one thing that I was, and how long would it last? That was like my biggest questions. And I did my research. I researched the company, and I found one article that basically said the company was a fake and blah, 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 and whatever. But what really caught me about the article or the response was, it's like thousands of people came to the defense of the company and basically saying, I'm in this company, I've been in it for how long? It has helped me, it has changed my life, it has, and there was not one, and I literally read, and I don't read reviews, like I don't read, I normally don't do that, but I was just surprised and stunned at the amount of people, and there was not one negative review, except for that one person who did the article, who initially initiated the article stating that the company was fake and it was a fraud and and all that stuff. But the amount of people, so I basically went, there has to be something to this, because not many people will come to the defense of a company that has cost them in the negative. you will get the good and you will get the bad of a company in a review. But there was, except for that one, there was nothing bad. So I went, okay, and jumped on board. Haven't really looked back ever since. I've just been trying to add to my account to get it to a certain place where at the end of the day, it's going to be what I used to live on, and to pay my bills, my monthly bills, and earn financial freedom. Because I have a little boy that is growing up, and I want to be able to spend as much time with him as I possibly can, and be there for him, when he comes home from school and all that stuff. So I'm really excited, and I am hoping and believing that they will be there for a long time. But honestly, I am basically diving in head first.
All
And
right.
that's pretty much my experience. And I'm loving it because I see my ROI every week and I'm happy.
Leah,
I've
how much
gotten
are
my
you at now?
sisters
Sorry to cut you.
12.
What's your 12,000 in your PAM account, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was your ROI last week, Friday?
It was almost 500. I was like, what? I think
Wow.
it was like 479 or something like that. I was like, what? So yeah, I didn't hesitate. I reinvested it. I got my sisters involved. I'm trying to get some of my other family members on board. Um, and basically just saying to everybody, I've said it, I've initiated the conversation with some people. A friend of mine said to me, well, when you're able to pull your money out, or when you pull your money out, let me know. So they're like, it's interesting, but can you get your money out? And how do you get your money out? So I think people are a little bit skeptical because they're not sure. But at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't care who comes on. I am in it and I am sticking with it for as long as it will let me, or as long
Awesome.
as it will be around.
Awesome.
So
All
I
right.
tell anybody who's on this call, if you're not in it yet, jump on board. Jump on
Awesome.
board. You will not regret it.
Mhm. Awesome. Appreciate that, Leah. Thanks so much for
No,
sharing candidly. Awesome. Folks, listen, I know Mabel, actually, let me just see if she's available because she's very excited about Novatech also. Mabel, if you can hear me, Mabel Hamilton. Okay, I think, oh, Mabel, can you hear me? Okay, yeah, she was busy up and down on the road, folks, but that's okay.
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Awesome.
I'm just, my phone was in my pocket. I'm just trying to pull it out to unmute myself, but
Oh,
definitely I'm out of the store and I'm heading into the car.
okay.
So yeah, I am very, very excited. Good evening, everyone. And I can say I never did a research on Novatech because it was introduced to me by Mr. Wright, who is a business partner of mine for years and years. So I did not need to do a research because I know once he confident about it, it's a good thing. So I jump in. I had just lost a couple of dollars. Well, I wouldn't say a couple of dollars, like $5,000 in one of these other same kind of thing with that was in Europe. And I just said, you know what, let me go in with 500 and see how it goes. And after a couple of weeks and with my weekly investment coming in, I was very, very happy to see the ROI. So yeah, I add another amount, bring it to $5,000. And right now, after 90 days, I am at 6,000 and what, $6,325. So in 90 days, when I did not start with a full 500, 5,000, and I can see over 1,300, I am very, very happy because there is nowhere that you put your money and that would come back to you. So I'm saying anyone who is on the call and think twice, just come on board and see how it goes. You won't be sorry.
Awesome. Mabel, thanks a lot. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Folks, listen, not too often an opportunity like this comes around, okay? And, there are many opportunities out there, many, but opportunities come and go. Finding companies that's built based on a good foundation, built with, people with good integrity, people who are looking out for the average person, not just for the folks who have a lot of money that can go into these, these types of opportunities. But Novatech was built for the masses. And I think we see this company growing a lot, over this last couple of months since I've been involved, and it's continuing to grow. People are actually calling me now to tell me about Novatech and calling other people to tell them about Novatech, right? And that's what's happening. No sense of urgency. Well, if you choose to have a sense of urgency, it's totally up to you. But that urgency is going to be driven based on what you're trying to accomplish, you yourself. But Novatech is here for someone who wants to take advantage of it, right? I'm going to stop here and I'm going to just bring up this gentleman. He's my business partner in so many other opportunities that we've done over the years, folks. I'll tell you something, this whole crypto space and the Forex marketplace, we've done so many things. He's family, but I want to let you know that this guy, he's zoned in on some of the things that we're trying to accomplish here in 2022, right? He's heavily invested in Novatech also. And he's a business guy, earned, big income in this whole, marketing arena. But he's also got a strong financial background too, worked for some of the largest financial institutions, right? So I'm just gonna have Clifton just jump on real quick and just share, his thought process of Novatech and what he's seeing so far and where he sees Novatech going.
Awesome. Thank you, Donovan. Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear, sir.
All right, thank you. And you know what? Great job in terms of just sharing the information, as you always do. And so I'm excited to be on here and really just excited listening to Sister Mabel and the young lady who also spoke, just gave her feedback on Novatech. And I think you guys have heard a lot. I'm certainly excited. And one of the things that Donovan talked about, my financial background. And of course, Donovan, you've been in the financial service for a long time. And, I've worked for a long time with the bank, over 20 years. And guys, one of the things that I realize is that I've learned to put two things to work for me, and number one is really put in money to work. And my problem over the years, I just never had money to be. And so I didn't know what to do. And so all the books and everything that I read was to put money to work for me and find a way to put people to work. And I think I'm just getting muted out here. I'm not sure why, but most people today, I think we understand that they don't have the resources to put money to work for them. And they don't understand how to run a business or put people to work. So when they can't work, they're making money. And so one of the great things that Novatech has taught all of us is that, guys, we have a platform where you can come in even at $100, $500, wherever you fit in, right? If you can come in at 25,000, like we had a young lady come in the other day at 25,000 last week, her weekly income was over $1,200 US, right? And so she'll earn that passively every single week. And so we have the best of both worlds, because number one, we have an opportunity where we can put money to work for us. And then with the strategies and things that we want to teach with our group is that we can compound that money and put in a game plan where everybody on this call can get their income up to $25,000 or $100,000 just through a system where you come in where you can and you start compounding your money. That's number one. Number two is really just finding a way to put people to work for us, guys. And so you don't have to own a traditional business. With us and Novatech, and of course, myself and Donovan, we've been fortunate over the last many, many years, to build teams all around the world, guys, and to be able to have people work for you by helping them and teaching and duplicating. And so why we're doing these calls is because we're here to help people, right? We're here to help each and every one of you duplicate your investment by inviting other people. We have great testimonials of people making money with this company, guys. And so we have something that I believe, in my opinion, is going to be around for a long time. Obviously, we can't control. We do not guarantee anything. But I tell you, I'm super excited about Novatech and what we plan to do over the next several months and for a long time to come, Donovan. We just want some people who are serious and they want to use this opportunity, this vehicle, to change your life. So thanks, man. And I appreciate you all taking it back over to you.
Awesome. Appreciate everything that you do. Folks, it's very, very simple. I mean, I went over the information. Get back to the person I put you on this call. We're going to be doing these calls very, very frequently, folks. Just stay tuned. I'm going to put together a schedule for next week. And here's the reason why I'm doing that, because, folks, as this pandemic continues, right, there are people who are looking for things to do. In the US, 4.5 million people actually quit their jobs in November. Right? Why do you think people quit? Because they're just frustrated, folks. They're tired of trying to work in adverse situations, right? Where, they're around people who may be COVID positive or whatever their reason is, but people are looking for ways to be able to generate additional income. And we have something that we need to share with the masses. Doesn't matter what what people think, because they're going to be always people are skeptical. But guess what? The only way to actually beat skepticism is really with showing proof. And guess what? We have proof of people who it's working for. This company's got proof for the last almost 3 years now that it's working. Okay, so we're going to continue with these calls. I want to say thank you, guys. Thank you for taking, the last half an hour, 45 minutes or so to be on this call. Again, right? This is Donovan right here with Novatech FX. Folks, I'm just an investor just like you. No different. I don't work for the company, but I just want to share this opportunity with other folks who are looking for something just like I was. So with that being said, I'm going to say thank you for jumping on board. I want to say God bless. I want to say Godspeed, and I wish you the very best of everything that you want to achieve in 2022. Okay, we're gonna stop this call now. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the person that got you on. We will get any questions that you need answered. But get an account and put some money in your PAM account and watch it grow. Tomorrow's payday, and I'm very excited to see what Novatech has in store for tomorrow morning.
Good night, everybody. Let's go.
Good night, folks.
Good night. Good night.